everyone, and welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level business English lesson, and today we're going to be talking about customer experience and also the extended use of quantifiers. So are you a loyal customer? What businesses are you loyal to, and what can make you loyal to a brand? You can answer those questions in the comments. We also have a vocabulary word here. To stick with something is to continue to do something. And we can read about Thomas's thoughts on being a loyal customer. You could pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. When I find a product I like, I stick with it. When I was a teenager, I visited a local shoe store to buy running shoes. The salesperson in the store was so helpful. He measured my foot and suggested that I get a sneaker with extra support because of the shape of my foot. The brand he suggested was so comfortable. I loved my sneakers so much that I've never tried another brand since then. So read the statement below and then you can discuss it in the comments. According to the Harvard Business Review, customer service stats show that getting new customers costs anywhere between 5 and 25 times more expensive than retaining existing customers. And so what is the meaning of retaining customers? And you can put your thoughts on that in the comments. So now that we're going to read the beginning of an article about Zappos, what do you think that Zappos does differently than other companies? Again, you can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Zappos way. Many companies are good at customer service, but few companies are great at it. Zappos is one of the great companies. Zappos has experienced much success in a short time because they know how to make customers happy. They have plenty of loyal customers who love their brand. In fact, almost 75% of Zappos purchases come from returning customers. So what does Zappos do differently? So I'm going to read the rest of the article and you can answer the questions. Again, you can pause the video and read on your own or follow along as I read. First, the main goal of Zappos is to deliver happiness, or in other words, offer the best customer experience possible. One way they do this is by offering free shipping. They allow their customers to order and return as many items as they want. They may lose a little money in the process, but they continue to do this because it is important to the customer experience. They also offer a 365-day return policy. This is much more than the typical 90-day return time of most stores. Second, Zappos is easy to contact. Their customer service number is on every page of their website. They are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and have customer service agents who are friendly and helpful. A live person always answers the call in less than a few minutes. And finally, they treat their employees well. Zappos believes happy employees perform better and lead to happy customers. Thus, they put a lot of effort into choosing employees that support the company's values. Before starting, new employees go through lots of customer service training. During training, employees spend more time answering phone calls from real customers. Zappos trusts its customer service agents and encourages them to be creative when solving customer problems. There are many stories of agents who have sent handwritten notes and small gifts to customers. So what 3 things does Zappos do differently than other companies? They try to offer the best customer service, be easy to contact, and treat their employees well. How long does a customer have to return a Zappos product? 365 days. When can you contact the customer support team at Zappos? You can contact them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And what do Zappos employees do during their training period? They answer calls from real customers. Let's take a look at quantifiers. We use many and a few or few with countable nouns. There are many stories of agents who have sent handwritten notes to customers. A live person always answers the call in less than a few minutes. Other expressions like several, a great number of, a number of, and a majority of are also used with countable nouns. We use much and a little or little with uncountable nouns. We don't have much time because our customers need a quick response. They may lose a little money, but it's important to the customer experience. Other expressions like a great deal of, a large amount of, and a large quantity of can also be used with uncountable nouns. We can use a lot of, lots of, and plenty of with both countable and uncountable nouns. So let's review a small but important difference between few or a few. We use a few and a little to talk about a small amount. This usually has a positive meaning. We have a few questions to ask you about your experience. We have few and little to mean not a lot or hardly any. This usually has a negative meaning. Many companies are good at customer service, but few companies are great at it. We use very few and very little to decrease the amount of something. There are very few companies that treat their customers like Zappos does. The customer service agent had very little patience. And now can you explain the difference between these two statements? I just moved to a new city and I already made a few friends. I just moved to a new city, so I have few friends. So this is a positive meaning that she has a small number of friends, and here it's a negative meaning that she has hardly any friends. Now choose a little, little, a few, much, or many. So in some sentences, more than one response may be correct. You can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. I'm sorry, but I don't have much time right now to assist you. We receive few negative reviews. Most of our reviews are positive. Please complete the survey. It only takes a little time, and it makes a big difference. It takes many positive experiences to create a loyal customer. The customer service team has so much patience to deal with their customer complaints, and some customers have very little patience, so it is best to not make them wait for very long. So do you know a lot about the customers or clients of your business? And what can your business do to keep customers coming back? So read the quote below and you can write down what you think about this in the comments. There is only one boss, the customer, and he can fire everybody in the company simply by spending his money somewhere else. And that's Sam Walton, who was the founder of Walmart. Now complete the sentence from the listening with the correct word or phrase. Then predict what the listening will discuss. Again, you can pause the video and try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So any business can find some customers. The hard part is finding customers who will continue to buy your products. It costs a lot of money to find new customers, and they don't spend as much money as repeat customers. Few customers become loyal after buying one time. There are many different types of reward programs. Some businesses, like airlines, have a point system in which customers earn points with each purchase. Many hotels offer discounts at restaurants or spas. A large amount of money is spent by repeat customers, and a great deal of time is spent thinking about how to keep customers coming back. Now listen to the interview with an experienced business consultant, and then you can answer the questions.
What have you learned about customers and your business experience?
A man named Sam Walton once said, "There is only one boss, the customer. And he can fire everybody in the company simply by spending his money somewhere else." I completely agree with that. Customers are the most important part of a business. Without happy customers, a business won't succeed. However, any business can find some customers. The hard part is finding customers that will continue to buy your products. It costs a lot of money to find new customers, and they don't spend as much money as repeat customers. That is why loyal customers are so important to the success of a business.
So, how can a business get loyal customers?
Well, the most important thing a company can do is provide high-quality products and services. And of course, great customer service. Few customers become loyal after buying one time, though. It takes a little time to develop loyalty.
What do you think about customer loyalty programs?
I think programs that reward customers for making purchases are a great idea. There are many different types of reward programs. Some businesses, like airlines, have a point system in which customers earn points with each purchase, and after reaching a certain number of points, they receive a discount, a free item. With airlines, a free flight, or other type of special offer. Another thing that some businesses do is partner with another company to offer deals that can benefit customers. For example, many hotels offer discounts at restaurants or spas.
All right, so according to the consultant, what is the most important part of a business? That would be the customer. What is the hardest thing to do? Getting and keeping loyal customers is the hardest thing to do. Why are loyal customers so important to the success of a business? Because new customers cost money to get, and they generally spend less money than loyal customers. What can a business do to encourage customers to stay loyal? They can offer high quality products and services and also excellent customer service. And what does the consultant think about customer loyalty programs? She thinks that they are a great idea. So some and any, we use some in positive sentences and any in negative sentences and questions. We need to find some ways to increase customer loyalty. And do you offer any coupons or promotions for returning customers? No, we don't offer any coupons for returning customers. We only offer coupons to first-time customers. When we talk about zero quantity, we can also use no in positive sentences. Do you have any reward programs? No, there are no reward programs that we offer. It's the same as saying, no, there aren't any reward programs that we offer. So complete the dialogue with some or any. You can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart to check your answers. We need to talk about some ways we can improve the customer's experience. Do you have any ideas? One thing we need to do is ensure that our staff always has a positive attitude. I know that some customers have been disappointed with our customer service in the past. Really? I thought that there weren't any problems with customer service. I mean, sometimes some customers can be hard to deal with, but even when they get angry, we must remain calm and remember that the customer is always right. Has our staff had any training on this? No, I don't think they've received any training. It might be a good idea to organize a training. Now read the tips for a positive customer service experience, and which piece of advice do you think is most important? And you can put your answer in the comments. And we have a couple of vocabulary phrases. Check in is to contact someone by sending an email, calling, or visiting, and fill out is to complete a form. So always have a positive attitude. Customers can get angry sometimes. Just remember the importance of maintaining a good relationship. Do what you said you were going to do, keep the customer informed, and follow up with the customer to confirm satisfaction. Check in with the customer after they purchase the product or service to see if they need any help. Don't ask customers to fill out long surveys. A few questions can get the information that you need. Actively listen to the customer's needs. The customer doesn't want to repeat themselves, and always thank the customer for their time and feedback. Now read about the customer experience at Nordstrom. Again, you can pause the video, try to read this on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Nordstrom is a brand that is known to put a strong value on customer service. Here are some things that they do. They have an open return policy. Customers can return any item at any time. It doesn't matter if it has a tag on it or if the customer has the receipt. They offer free gift wrapping. Their salespeople rarely point to items. If a customer has a question about where something is located, they walk them there. Salespeople are taught to walk a customer's purchase around the counter to hand it to the customer. There's always good food nearby, clean bathrooms, and comfortable changing rooms. So in this sentence, any is a determiner. It identifies something and not a quantifier to say how much or how many. So think about your business. How could you improve the customer experience, help customers find what they're looking for faster, build a more personal relationship with each customer, create a unique and branded shopping experience, and encourage customers to spread positive word of mouth? And here are some ideas. I work for a car manufacturer. We offer customers a 24-hour test drive to see if they like a car before purchasing it. My company promises to reply to all customer questions within an hour, or we give away a product for free. And you can put your ideas in the comments. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, participate in the comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.